This is the first assignment in the course here, Intro Algebra 1. There have been 5 lectures so far. It's just me doing this homework. I strongly recommend you download this. The link for this page is in the description below. I recommend that you download this worksheet and do it yourself, and then compare your answers with what I am about to do. Strongly recommend you do that. That way you make sure you're on the right track with the way I do these problems. And these problems come straight, are pretty close to what we just lectured in the first 5 lectures. So let's get into it. The first problem, the first 4 here, we're going to evaluate the algebraic expression for the given values. So the first one is 12 over x, given x equals 6. So wherever there's an x, I'm going to replace that with 6. And the only thing there is 12 divided by 6 is 2. So the answer for number 1 is 2. In the second one, we have 2 variables. We're going to have 36 over y, or x, 36 over x, and x is 4, minus 12 over y, and y is 6. Actually, we just did this one, right here, so we already know the answer to that. 36 divided by 4 is 9, minus 2, and 9 minus 2 is 7. So we divide first, and then subtract. In number 3, 5 plus 3x, given x is 3. So the order of operations say we need to do the multiplication first. So 5 plus 3 times 3, 3 times 3 is 9. And 5 plus 9 is 14. Here we have a big complex situation going here. Y is 3 and x is 5. So we'll have 2y and y is 3. Minus x and x is 5 plus 20. Divided by 2x, which is 2 times 5. There I go, jumping ahead. 2 times 5 minus y, which is 3. Okay, so we can, in the numerator, the first operation we need to do first is multiply. So we'll have 6 minus 5 plus 20, and in the denominator, we can multiply first again and get 10 minus 3. If we add here, 6 from left to right, add and subtract, 6 minus 5 is 1, and 1 plus 20 is 21. And in the denominator, 10 minus 3 is 7, and 21 over 7 is 3. In the next section, we're going to determine whether the given value is a solution to the equation. So we'll substitute the value in for the variable and then see if we have a true statement. First one, we have 4m plus 7 is equal to 21. And in this case, we want to know if m is 3. So I'm going to write this horizontally across here. So we're going to substitute 3 for m. We have 4 times 3 plus 7. Is that equal to 21? Alright, so we carry here 4 times 3 is 12 plus 7 on the left side. So we'll have 12 plus 7. Is that equal to 21? And then when we finish here, we'll have is 19 is not equal to 21. So this question, the answer to this question is no. Number 6, 24 for r, r over 3 is equal to 6. Is 24 a solution? So we substitute that in. 24 over 6, over 3, I'm sorry. Is 24 over 3 equal to 6? 24 divided by 3 is 8. And that is false. It's not 6. So 8 is not equal to 6, so it's no. Number 7, we have 2 times w plus 2. Is that equal to 3 times w minus 1? And the variable is w equals 6. So we'll substitute. We'll have 2 times 6 plus 2. Is that equal to 3 times 6 minus 1? So we do what's in parentheses first. 6 plus 2 is 8, so we'll have 2 times 8. Is that equal to 3 times 5? And we can see that 16 is not equal to 15, so this answer is no. Alright, the next one, p is 2, is 4 times p plus minus 1. 4 times p minus 1 is equal to 2p. So we'll substitute 2 for p, and we'll have 4 times 2 minus 1. Is that equal to 2 times 2? Let me kind of segregate this off here, because I'm running out of space. And 2 minus 1 is 1, so we'll have 4 times 1, and that is equal to 2 times 2, which is 4. So the answer is yes. I'm running out of room here. Let me get another piece of paper. Number 9, we have 6a plus 1. Is that equal to 4a plus 5 when a equals 2? Is a equals 2 a solution? Okay, so we're going to substitute. Let me focus that a little better. So substitute 2 for a, and we get 6 times 2 plus 1. Is that equal to 4 times 2 plus 5? And we multiply first on both sides of the equal sign. So 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1. Is that equal to 8 plus 5? And on the left side, 12 plus 1 is 13, and 8 plus 5 is 13, and they are equal, so this answer is also yes. Okay, camera's not wanting to stay focused today. In the next problem, we're going to write the sentence as an equation and let x represent the number. Okay, so the first one here is 7 times a number. So 7 times a number is 63. That's the first one. And this number 11, the product of 3 and a number, comma, so the product of 3 and a number, comma, is 3x. Increased by 3 is 15. You see the difference there with the comma? The next one doesn't have a comma, so we'll have the product of 4 and a number increased by 2, which is going to look like this. So we're going to multiply 4 by a number increased by 2. So that means we do that first. No comma. And that's equal to 16. 5 times a number is equal to 30 decreased by the number. And the last one, the sum of twice a number and 8. The sum of twice a number and 8 is equal to 14. Okay. We're going to write English phrases for the algebraic expression. So this one is the same as the last 5 we did, except these are not equations, they're just expressions. So the sum of 35 divided by a number, so we're going to have a sum of 35 divided by a number, and that number divided by 35. So the sum of 35 divided by a number, and that number divided by 35. The sum of a number and 38. That one's straightforward. Sum of a number and 38. Let me get the next page here. Number 19. 9 decreased by a number. 9 decreased by a number. So that's going to be 9 minus x. Number 18. 8 more than the quotient of a number and 10. 8 more, 8, not x. 8 more than the quotient of a number and 10. Okay. It's also true that you could write it backwards. You could also say x over 10 plus 8. Those are both true. 4 subtracted from a number. 4 subtracted from means to reverse the signs. Okay, number 20. The formula P equals C plus 04C gives the price P of jewelry after a 40% markup on the original cost C paid by the jeweler. If the jeweler pays $173 for a piece of jewelry, what is the price after the markup? Okay, so P is equal to the original cost plus 40% of the markup. Just like that. Okay. So C, in this case, is 173 plus 0.4 times 173. Okay, so we're going to have to do this multiply first. And we might have to review some multiplying of decimals in the future. So we're going to multiply these two. We'll multiply the numbers first as if they're just plain old numbers. 3 times 4 is 2. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 1 and we get 29. And then we have to carry the 2 from 29 over. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. And then we put 1 decimal point there. So this is going to be 173 plus $69.20. So now we add those two up, and we can just do that right down here. And we'll have 20 cents. 9 plus 3 is 2. Carry a 1. 7 and 7 is 14. Carry a 1. So we'll have $242 and 20 cents as the final as the cost with the markup. 21. Find the perimeter of the rectangle if the length is 7 meters and the width is 8 meters. Use the formula P equals 2L plus 2W. Okay, so the length is 7 meters, so we'll have 2 times 7, plus the width, which is 8 meters, which is 2 times 8. And 2 times 7 is 14, plus 2 times 8, which is 16. We add those two, and we get 30 meters. I always remember when we asked a problem with involving units, we need to answer with the units. So the answer for number 21 is 30 meters. And that's going to conclude the first assignment. I hope that you got all these correct. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. And we'll be back live soon on Twitch. Just keep looking and asking for when we're going to come up next, and we'll start the next lecture. Thanks for watching.